What's up, everybody? I am Destroy R, and tonight we are answering the call again for another new Machi League gym challenge. Kyrios, who we've fought before many times and have another video on the channel already of, is challenging my Dragon Gym. He's got 4 of my same Pokemon, so he's fighting fire with fire here. I'm just going to go ahead and start with my Koraidon, which should be faster with Choice Scarf than any of his Mon. So, if I don't have a good matchup, I've got the opportunity to U-turn out without suffering any consequences. Likely to just U-turn out anyways, because as my Sunsetter, I want to keep him alive for a while. Then again, if he's got all the same Sunmon as I do, maybe it's not such an important thing to do. Okay. Last time we had this similar matchup, and he just went Terra Fairy immediately, and it was really unfortunate for me. I think I'm going to kind of just YOLO here a little bit. I'm going to go Terra Fire and Flare Blitz, hoping that he Terras. If he doesn't Terra, this is going to be kind of bad news for us here. We're taking a chance, though. I don't think he can OHKO us with anything that he's got. Okay, he's going to do Bulwark. So luckily for us, Terra Fire will keep us from getting burned here. I imagine he does some kind of a dragon move here next. And so I'm going to go to Corv. Don't know if he stays in or not. Because being a choice item, I have to kind of stick with that Flare Blitz, which if he does not Terra, is quadruple resisted by Gouging Fire. So let's see what he does here. Does Scale Shot. Okay. I would imagine at this point he is going to do a Flare Blitz unless he calls my next move here. I'm going to take the gamble anyways and hard switch to Walking Wake, who quadruple resists fire. Let's see if he's predicted me here or not. Come on, Flare Blitz. Perfect. Still hurts a lot. Gouging Fire in the sun, even without a crit, it just destroys things. So I can, I believe, kill it with a Hydro Steam. Tempted to do a Dragon Pulse instead, but he's Terra Fairy, and if he Terra Fairies on me, it's going to be a problem. So, safest move for me here is to do a Hydro Steam. Ooh, a crit for a crit. Okay. Glad to have Gouging Fire out of the way. And let's see who he brings in. Probably his own Walking Wake, I would imagine. Or maybe his Goodra. Both of those have solid matchups into me. Because I'm a choice spec right now, I'm stuck with this water move until I switch out, which isn't going to do much to most of his team. But since we played him and we know he had that Terra Fairy, we kind of had to. Okay, so his Goopy's in. I'm going to go to Mr. Corv, my pivot. Kind of assuming that maybe he's going to do a Dragon Pulse here or a Draco Meteor. He had knockoff on this thing yesterday too. Goes for a Dragon Pulse. Wonder if he's got Flamethrower on this thing. Or I'm going to go ahead and heal though. I think. Do I Roost or do I Body Press here? I'm just going to go ahead and roost. See what he does. I don't think he has anything that's going to really do more than my roost. Let's see. Knock off. Okay. Gets rid of my helmet there. And here, we're just going to go ahead and, well, we're faster than him. So if I U-turn, I'm going to have to eat whatever move he has coming next. I don't know what that's going to be. I kind of actually think he's going to swap out, because if he's got Dragon Pulse, if he's got Knockoff, I don't think he's going to do another Dragon Pulse here because it's resisted by me. If he does, okay, swaps out. This probably goes into Skeledirge, I would guess. There is Muerta. Okay, and so we're going to go in with Walking Wake again. I expect here he's either going to Terra or switch, because otherwise he's very at risk of being OHKO'd by Hydro Steam. So we're going to do a flip turn and just kind of scout out to see what he does. He's had Terra Fairy on Muerta in the past as well. I'm guessing we're going to go back to Goopy. There's Goopy. Okay. That is just fine. So now I'm thinking we're going to bring in Rory Moon at this point. Got Choice Band on Rory Moon. I've got Earthquake. I need to look at his team again to be sure, but I don't think that he has any flying types. So, Earthquake, if he stays in, is likely to OHKO or come close on Skeledirge, unless he... I'm sorry, if he swaps in Skeledirge, or if he stays in with Gudra, it should OHKO Gudra or come close. It'll take a good chunk out of anything else that he has. So I think safest move here is Earthquake. See what he does. Alright, he just decides to leave it in and lose it. That works for us. Okay, brings in his Shifu. Again, I've got a lot of knowledge to draw on from past matchups when I'm playing kind of the same people in similar teams in my gym here, unless he decides to switch it up on me. But until he shows that he's going to switch it up, I got to assume that he's doing the same thing. And he had Choice Band on this thing last time. I'm going to bring in Roaring Moon because nothing I have wants to take a hit from Choice Band Urshifu. Can OHKO a number of my things. Brick Break, okay, interesting. That may not be Choice Band by how little that did do, so maybe he's switched things up a little bit. Kind of torn on, do I do a U-turn or should I go for a body press here? I kind of think, again, he goes back into Croc. We're going to kind of do the same thing we did before. Just use this as an opportunity. Velvet. Okay, so he brings in his Koraidon. Sets the sun for me. And for him, I guess, too. He is yet to Terra, so that's kind of the big thing that I really need to be careful of here, is he could pull out a Terra on me at any point in time, and it could be bad news. Terra Fairy versus a Dragon team is just, it can just totally throw off the whole match. Gonna do the same thing he did to me earlier. Bring in my Gouging. Let's see what he does. Don't know what he's got on here. He might have Scale Shot. He might have Dragon Claw. I'm going to go for Burning Bulwark, just in case. Probably kind of predictable, but the safe move here. Okay, and he Terras. I believe he's been watching my videos, and I know he was pretty proud of his idea to bring in my own team to fight me with. So of course he's got he's got Terra Fairy Koraidon for himself as well here. Doing the same thing I did to him earlier. And yeah, Dragon Claw. Darn, so that sucks. I can't burn him there. I'm gonna go back to Corv, just because at this point Corv is pretty much a pivot for me. Now that he has Terra, though, that's actually really great for me. Also kind of curious, has he copied my Choice Scarf item, or does he still have a Heat Rock on here? And we're about to find out. If he switches out, chances are he's a choice item. If he stays in and kills me, yep, there we go. Definitely not a choice item. So that's great to know. Again, I think we can come back in with Roaring Moon at this point. And there's still nothing on his team that wants to eat. Oh, great. We had a disconnection. Okay, well that's really unfortunate. Talking to him now on Discord, just to kind of figure out what's going on here. Someone is disconnected, returning to the menu. Guess we're just gonna have to do a fresh redo there. Okay, sorry, just talking to him there to kind of figure out what's going on. We're kind of agreeing pretty far into the match there. Hard to recreate where we were at and what was happening, so just going to kind of call that a warm-up, I guess, and keep going, which is unfortunate because it took about 12 minutes of our time there, and I think we were going to win that one. But that's okay. I think we can win this next one here, too. See if we can find him, or oh, there he is. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Run it back. Okay, so given what happened last time, we saw Gouging Fire open up, and that was kind of bad news for us. I think we're going to do the same thing. Let's fight fire with fire, so to speak. And let's just open up with Gouging Fire and kind of make it a scary coin flip type situation if we're head-to-head with that matchup again. Really, Gouging Fire has a pretty good matchup into his whole team, just like his Gouging Fire has a pretty good matchup into my whole team. So we're gonna play the Terra Chicken game here, and I'm gonna go Chicken and Terra immediately and go for a Dragon Dance. See what he does. Gotten surprised by Mirror Herbs by King in a different match here, hoping that Kai hasn't done the same thing. I'm also watching here. Does he Terra or not? He does not Terra, okay. And I go first, so I'm at least... I could be speed tied with him, or I could be faster. I guess that's hard to know. Okay, he goes for scale shot. I think we can just go for another Dragon Dance. Why not? I don't think he can kill me with a Burning Bulwark. I'm sorry, with the Flare Blitz here. So let's just go for another Dragon Dance. See if he stays in, or see if he wants to switch out. I imagine he's going to be kind of scared and feel pressure either to switch or to Terra himself. Okay, he switches out. Oh, of course, he's got his Fire Croc. Should have seen that coming. And of course, its unaware ability is going to render my my boosts irrelevant here. I'm going to stay in and do some chip to it, because why not? Let's see. I don't think it's going to be able to do a significant amount of damage to me on just the first attack here. Let's see how much damage we can do. Okay. We pressure him to half health. So I wonder, since now he's at half health, a little less than half health, if he doesn't do Terra Fairy here, he risks being killed by my next scale shot. I'm going to go for a Flare Blitz, kind of predicting a Terra on him here. If he does not Terra, smart move on his end. He predicted me predicting him, and he'll be rewarded for that. But if not, if he does Terra, I believe that Flare Blitz should finish the job here. Shit, okay. Good for him. And that's unfortunate, because now I have lost my Gouging Fire. And it's been terrored, so I've lost my Terra as well. That's really unfortunate for me. We took a risk there. And sometimes risks pay off, and sometimes they dig in the hole a little bit deeper. So we lost on that one. But again, we're looking at a team here that does not have a switch into Earthquake. And so we're going to do some damage here. We are able to revenge kill Muerta. Let's see who he brings in. Mrs. Fukyu, of course. Okay. Or Nurses Fukyu? I don't know. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's a pronoun that I'm just not aware of. Here we go. Versus Nurses Fukyu. Corv, he should be predicting this. This has been pretty reliably my switch into him. Okay, that's great to know, because again, playing him last few weeks, I am aware that with his choice band, he was able to do half to me with that move. So what do I do here? Do I just heal it off? Do I body press? I think I'm going to do kind of an aggressive body press here. Perfect, okay. Is body press going to do enough? I kind of don't think it is. Okay, that's fine. Maybe the smarter, safer move there would have been to Roost first, because I think he's going to KO me now, but he will kill himself in the process. So who do I want to bring out next? I think I'm going to go, after dying here, I'm going to open up with my Koraidon. Or do I just go into Koraidon? Because Koraidon resists Wicked Blow, and then I can save my core for a free. We're going to do that. Even at low health, core will be valuable for us just as a free switch in, because pretty much with these Dragon versus Dragon teams, there's no safe switches into anything. It's kind of who do you want to lose or who do you want to gamble with. Gamble with Kyrios because as a fighting type, it is resisting that dark. He's in U-turn range for me. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And when I come back in, I'm going to bring in Roaring Moon, I think. Roaring Moon should be faster than anything that he's got. And I can threaten anything, threaten Oko anything if he does not use his Terra. Kind of expect him to. That's just kind of how these open Terra matches have to go to an extent. Is it's sort of a play chicken until somebody Terras, and especially with these dragon matches, having a surprise Terra Fairy is just everything. Goes from being a super effective move to being immune. Now, okay. I'm tempted here. I imagine I'm just gonna I'm gonna play it safe here. Let's go with a U-turn. I think an Outrage would kill it. Why I'm scared to do that is, again, since he hasn't yet Terra'd past matches, he has had a Terra Fairy gouging. So if I get myself locked into an Outrage, then I'm at risk of him coming in and Terra Fairying and then getting some free setup opportunities on me. So, at this point, he's got 3 Mons that are taking super effective damage from Dragon Pulse, and he's got one that's taking neutral, which is his own Gudra. I think he's going to go to his own Gudra, and so I'm going to do an Earthquake here, because that's going to be the strongest move into his Gudra. He brings in Velvet, though. Damn, okay. And that didn't do much. So, this is where we sack Corv. This is what we brought him in for. Why we saved him, I mean. So thank you, Corv. We know that this thing is Terra Fire because he showed that in the round that got cut off here. Oh, sun's down. So that's also unfortunate. I'm going to go into my own Kyrios because with the sun down, his Kyrios is faster than my Wake and with my Moon, but it is not faster than my Kyrios here. So I'm bringing the sun back up. I'm going to go for the Collision Course, which is actually kind of risky. Could go for Dragon Claw, which honestly I think going for Dragon Claw here is the better move because if he stays in, Collision Course isn't going to kill him whether he Terras or not. It will do more damage than Dragon Claw if he does Terra. Okay, he switches out. Come on. Yes, okay, we'll take that. Don't think it's enough to Oko him, but let's see. Woo! Damn near close. We're gonna go into Wake. I think he's gonna try and burn me here. Might also just scale shot me and make me pay for that, but that's a risk we're gonna have to take. Yep, he goes for the Bulwark, and it failed. Okay. I'm trying to decide, do I go Hydro Steam or do I go Flip Turn? I think Flip Turn is enough to kill him, but honestly, in the sun, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go, who do I have left? Okay, I'm gonna go with Hydra Steam here, just to be safe. Okay, and who's he bringing? Gudra? Goopy, yep, alright. That's why I should have flip turned, but that's okay. Just worried that flip turn was not going to KO him, and then I'd be stuck fighting something else. So we're going to go to our own Gudra. Gudra versus Gudra is a matchup where nobody really excels, we just kind of trade hits. See if he's got Earthquake as well. I'm going to go for, just debating whether I should go for Dragon Pulse, predicting a switch in, or if I should go Earthquake. I'm going to go for Earthquake. I think he stays. Okay, he does stay. I outspeed as well, which is good to know. He Earthquakes me. Okay. I wasn't paying real close attention to his health. I'm not sure that an Earthquake will OHKO here. I don't think it's going to. So I kind of want to just go Dragon Pulse in case he switches out. Doesn't switch out. It was going to take me 2 moves to kill him anyways, though. So I went with that option just because... just in case he did the swap out, not to have him be able to bring in his Kyrios freely on me. Okay, let's bring in Kyrios again, I think. Or do we bring in Moon? Let's go with Kyrios. So honestly, now I'm thinking maybe I should have just done the Earthquake, because I could have killed him with U-turn probably after that. Whereas now I've got my choice item, and I got to think about who's he bringing in next after this. Let's go Collision Course. Adding additional risk here is now I have a speed debuff. I do have a choice scarf, so it kind of cancels out. Basically have a base speed Kyrios here. So he's got his Wake Out. Getting into a rough spot here, to be honest. Do I stay in and attack, or do I try and preserve my Kyrios at this point? Because I imagine he Dragon Pulses. I'm just trying to think, what is the game going to look like after that? I think that's okay. Or who do I want to lose if I lose somebody? This is hard. Okay, I'm going to try and preserve my wake. I'm gonna sack my Wake here. It's a tough choice. Not sure it's the right decision. It's a fairly neutral decision, but doing this because I feel like my other 2 options have better coverage going into the rest of his team in a revenge kill situation here. Okay. Again, I still cannot do a choice dragon move here because he hasn't used his Terra yet. So, what do our sun turns look like? Got 3 turns left here. Free mons for him. Counting that because I need to be faster. I need to have sun up in order to have my Roaring Moon outspeed his Kyrios in the end game here. I need to have that sun up. hoping he brings in Kyrios here. If he brings in Kyrios, I won't kill it, but I can do enough chip on it, I think, that it'll be in. Okay. Okay, so again, I imagine he's going to try and burn me. This is really hard. Let's see. Do I go into Moon, or do I just stay chipping here? My problem if I stay chipping and if he burns me is that I'm going to run out of sun turns. So I'm going to take a risk and bring in Roaring Moon and see what he does here. Again, expecting that Bulwark. Any Terras. Maybe he's Dragon Dances. Let's see. Ooh, he's scale shotted. That really sucks for him. If he hit that, would have been a totally different game here, but game didn't want him to win there, I guess. Sorry, Kai. Sun is down. Okay. I don't know, does he have scale shot? If he does, he can still win this. I'm just going to stay in and hit him with an Earthquake, because that should put him in range to be killed by my Kyrios that has a Scarf. So good game, Kai. Let's go ahead and do a Dragon Claw here to get this one finished. Okay, on to the next round. Since that first one got cut off, we're not counting it. Best 2 out of 3 is how we do the Gym Badge Challenge here. Same teams, can't change up anything in between rounds here. Definitely luck was not on his side that match, because if he hit that, totally different game. Totally different game. Okay, so what shall we do? How about let's just open up with Roaring Moon here. I think Roaring Moon is going to be faster than his whole team. Without Sun, it's slower than Kyrios, but if his Kyrios comes in, it's going to set Sun for us. And again, nice thing about being fastest there is I can stay in if I like the matchup. I can dip out with U-turn if I don't like the matchup, so it just gives me some added flexibility here. Brings out Nurse's Fukyu. Yeah. Okay. Tempted just to start outraging here and kind of force something for him, but no, the smart thing here to do with Terra Fairies Abound is just to U-turn. Do a good amount of chick. Oh! Well, I'll be damned. Okay. So I noticed he wasn't choice banned anymore, and it's because he is now choice scarf. Only way he would outspeed Roaring Moon there. So that's good to know. Wicked Blow is what he did there. And so we're going to bring in Kyrios because now we know he's choice scarf. We can take a Wicked Blow without too much of a problem. He could have just done a close combat or something there and killed my Moon, but he did not. So I don't know if he was just predicting me to switch out or what. I think my best move here is a Dragon Claw, because probably predicting a fighting move. He stays in. Okay. So he's just kind of using it as a sacrificial lead here. And no reason not to just do another Dragon Claw. So, I expect to see his Croc here. His Terra Fairy Croc. Oh, his Bully Boy. Okay, so again, we expect to see in this situation Terra Fairy. So with the Terra Fairy, what is he going to be doing here? He could Scale Shot us, he could Dragon Dance. He's going to be getting a speed boost either way. So we're going to bring in Corv, at least apply some pressure here on him with Iron Head. Want to keep him from doing just a bunch of Dragon Dances and getting a bunch of speed moves off on us here. Okay, there's the Terra. We hate to see Terra Fairy gouging fire, of course. True menace. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that he's got his Terra done right now. Okay, so also of importance, if he kills me here at, which he does, okay, he's at +1 speed, but he is still slower than my Roaring Moon, and he's slower than my Walking Wake. Okay, took significant damage. Oh, okay, that's actually, that sucks. Okay. Our sun is gone, so that what I said is not true. Only thing we have faster than him now is Kyrios, so I have to bring out Kyrios here, keep this thing from getting out of control. And I kind of have to do Terra Fire on it because he's almost certainly going to try and burn me here. Made a switch into Walking Wake, which would be a smart move on his end, but I can't take the risk of doing anything else here. So Flare Blitz, Terra Fire it is. He at least stays in. Might not know that I'm Choice Scarf. Might just try and hit me with a Scale Shot here. Does Bulwark, okay. Kind of think at this point he switches out. It's because he knows I'm trying to do Flare Blitz. Easy time for him just to go into his Walking Wake, but again, we're gonna, okay, doesn't do it. We gotta keep applying the pressure so that our team doesn't get swept by Gouging Fire here. Gouging's gone. That's a huge, huge win for us. Having that Terra Fairy out of the way, and now the rest of his team is weak to dragon moves. Most of them are anyways. Okay, brings in his Wake. And again, an easy switch in here for us is Gudra. See if he has a flip turn or maybe just a hard double switch. But he's not doing too much to Gudra. Mud Shot? Bro. Okay. Alright, interesting. Never. I didn't even know that Walking Wake got Mud Shot. Maybe that was a harder hit on me than Dragon Pulse. I'm actually not even sure what the power is on Mud Shot, but I'm a little surprised. I think a neutral Dragon Pulse does more than a Mud Shot. We're just going to go Dragon Pulse. He's all dragons left now. And his Crocodile. So, Dragon Pulse will do. Nice chunk to anybody. Alright. Okay, so yep, it's super effective. My speed fell, but this is going to hurt you more than that hurt me. Does he stay in? Does he switch out? I could see him go into his Crocodile here. We're just going to Dragon Pulse again. You know what? Or we're going to do an Earthquake, because that'll do more if he swaps his Croc in. Or his Goopy. Okay. So, we can 3-shot his Goopy here, if he keeps his Goopy. He's not going to want to switch into his Croc. He's not going to want to swap into his Walking Wake. I could see him swapping into his Kyrios. Okay. So he's faster than me now. I was faster than him last time, so I do know we have a speed tie. I didn't know if maybe I had a little bit of EV investment or something like that, but my Corv's dead, so yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this. I'm actually gonna go for Dragon Pulse now because I believe this will kill. And again, just in case he decides to swap out, but he wins the 50-50 speed tie matchup twice there and gets the final hit. Okay, so we are going to Spring and Moon with an Earthquake. Which really, if we can get rid of Goopy here, just looking at his team real quick, he's used his Terra. We can get rid of Goopy because we don't want to get a contact move speed drop from using Outrage is kind of what I'm thinking about. And if we can do a little bit of chip on his Muerta, then we can just Outrage to the rest of this team here. So let's just keep the pressure on with Earthquake, kill this thing. Whatever he brings in next, we're swapping out. Kind of expect he's going to bring in his Muerta. He does, yep. He's got a luring voice on this thing. I'm going to just bring in... Did I bring in Gouging? I'm going to bring in my Kyrios. Hope that it does a alluring voice. If it does an alluring voice on me, I should be able to hit it with the Dragon Claw, get some chip off on it. Okay. This thing with the alluring voice. We hit him with the Dragon Claw, do some chip. I believe... Oh yeah, that did a lot more than I thought. Earth Power kills me here. So... We now are in... we're in Outrage range. What I'm just trying to... My only hesitation here is... Got a few Sun turns left. Outrage can hit 2 or 3 times. I don't know which it's going to do. If we run out of Sun, we can actually kind of get ourselves into an endgame spot where we're slower than his Kyrios, and it's bad news for us. Let's see how many turns we got. 3 turns left. So we kind of got to hope for a three outrage here, and we finish the job at 2, and we might lose this one. Good. Okay, that solves the problem. To be honest, I'll be faster than walking wake either way at the end. So losing sun does not lose me the game here. So if we become confused here, I'll have to swap out moon. But we don't. We got the 3, which is what we needed for the clean win. And that is going to be a good game, unless he actually has like a choice scarf or something on here on this thing. Let's see. Might be shaking up some of these items on me. He's not, and so that is a good game. Thanks for battling, and we'll see you again soon, Kai.